Thanks so much for being with us here on Atlanta News First Plus. I'm Joy Lim-Nacker, and just want to let you know that we are expecting to hear from the family of a man who was shot and killed by an officer, a veteran, at the Atlanta VA Medical Center in January. And so what we've learned now is that that officer will not be facing charges. We are expecting to hear from the family of the man who was shot at 11 o'clock, and we're going to bring you that press conference live. But the family, again, responding to this decision not to charge the officer who shot and killed a veteran at the Atlanta VA Medical Center in January. And again, the DeKalb County District Attorney's Office announcing that decision regarding no charges. Sarah Hammond is at the DeKalb County Courthouse with what the DA is saying this morning.
District Attorney Sherry Boston decided that the officer was, quote, justified in his use of force against 58-year-old veteran John Smith. But Smith's family says in a statement they disagree. Now, this all happened in January of this year when Smith went to the VA hospital and said he was having thoughts of hurting himself or someone else. The DA's office, as well as newly released body camera video, describes Smith pulling out a knife while being admitted. Multiple VA Police Department officers tried to get him to drop the knife, but Smith followed a hospital employee into a room and rushed forward with that weapon, the district attorney's office says. That's when the officer shot Smith 13 times, ultimately killing him. And we spoke with Smith's family a few months after the shooting.
Even though he had the knife or whatever, that didn't justify them shooting him 13 times. And I wish he had have gotten to see the social worker or whoever.
In a statement from District Attorney Boston, she says, quote, Mr. Smith's death is a painful reminder of the struggles our veterans face even long after their service officially ends. We grieve with his family and offer them our deepest condolences. And the family is expected to respond here this morning at the DeKalb County Courthouse at 11 o'clock, but they've already said in a statement that they do not agree with foregoing any charges. Indicator Sarah Hammond for Atlanta News First.
And Georgia shattering early voting records right now. In fact, we could reach the 1 million mark today. We're going to get into that in just a moment, but I do want to let you know that on our secondary stream, we are streaming a hearing in DeKalb County, which has to do with the authority of an elections board. Of course, that's been a controversial topic. A Fulton County judge came down with a ruling on that issue, but now this is a hearing in DeKalb County that is happening regarding what authority the state elections board has. And again, I want to encourage you to join our secondary stream if you're interested in that. That's our special event stream here on ANF Plus. But regarding early voting here in Georgia, our Atlanta News First reporter Don Shipman has been at the Evelyn Lowry Library, an early voting location in Southwest Atlanta, throughout the morning, where a high-profile voter is expected to cast his ballot today.
High profile indeed. The mayor of Atlanta Mayor Andre Dickens, slated to be here at 11 o'clock this morning. He'll be following those signs right there that say vote here to the doors of this polling location. This is also an opportunity for him to tout early voting. Here in Fulton County, for example, the polls open at 7 a.m. And I want you to take a look, because on day one, people were lining up and the pace has held steady. Right now, the newest numbers from the Secretary of State's office showing that more than 832,000 people have cast their ballot early. Some perspective, nearly 300,000 just yesterday alone. And that's 3 record-setting days. It's interesting, too, because in past presidential elections, there's been a political divide on the topic of mail-in voting and or absentee voting and early voting. Democratic candidates often encouraging all forms of voting, Republican candidates encouraging in-person voting on Election Day. That is certainly not the case this election cycle.
No, I promise.
Election Day is in 19 days, and here in Wisconsin, early voting starts next Tuesday, October 22nd. So now is the time to make your plan.
You have to do one thing. I don't want your money. I don't want anything. I just want you to get out and vote and get your friends to vote. That's it. I don't want money. Just go and vote.
And early voting rounds out on November 1st. By the way, we will be here when the mayor arrives at 11 a.m. to cast his early vote. We're here in Southwest Atlanta. Don Shipman, Atlanta News First.
Okay, let's talk about this beautiful festive event, shifting gears here, the Magic of Lights, which is a beautiful tradition in Woodstock. And Atlanta News First helping you make those plans for the holidays. You can buy your ticket for Magic of Lights in Woodstock. Atlanta News First is proud to partner with Magic of Lights, that drive-through display at Dixie Speedway, boasting some pretty amazing creations. Gates open November 22nd. You can buy your tickets right now at a discounted price on atlantanewsfirst.com. You can get the Santa Saver tickets for just under $19. One carload is one ticket. And tickets, if you wait to get them at the gate, they're going to be at least $30. So this is a really nice discount that we're offering right here. All right, let's talk about this forecast now. Beautiful weather outside. First alert meteorologist Rodney Harris. You know, this is the kind of week that we dream of weather-wise, right?
This is what we call a perfect 7-day forecast that you are about to see, Joy. I know it's been cold and it'll stay chilly in the mornings, but I tell you what, this forecast is incredible over the next 7 days. In the afternoons, we'll see basically warming temperatures each and every day over the next 7 days. So that trend begins today here across North Georgia. I hope everybody's off to a good start to their Friday. I am First Alert Meteorologist Rodney Harris, and I'm bringing up the camera for you so I can say hi to everybody. There we go. Hello. Happy Friday to you. So to the right-hand side of your screen, that is a live look at Marietta Square, completely clear, and that will be the story for the rest of your day today. It'll stay clear. Lots of sunshine here across Metro Atlanta. Here's a look at what you can expect for the rest of the afternoon. At lunchtime today, 62 degrees. That's in the city of Atlanta. By 3 o'clock, we're at 70 degrees, so 70 will be the high temperature today, a little bit warmer compared to what we saw yesterday. And then by 6 o'clock, the end of your commute, 65 degrees. At 9 o'clock this evening, if you're headed out, 56 degrees. I do want to point out that it's 65 at 6, but temperatures will be dropping into the 50s throughout the evening. So if you're headed out to watch some high school football, headed out to dinner this evening, you'll certainly want a jacket because those temperatures will be dropping throughout the evening. Sunset at 6:59, and then by midnight, 53 degrees. So here's a look at the lows tonight going into Saturday morning. If you do have to get out on Saturday morning around 7, 8 o'clock, temperatures will be in the low 40s, maybe some upper 30s, but we will see our temperatures just a few degrees warmer on Saturday morning compared to what we saw today. 46 for Atlanta, 41 in Carrollton, 42 in LJ, and 40 up in Helen. I want to show you this because we've been talking about this for the past several days. We've had our winds out of the north over the past several days after a cold front moved through, and that's why one of the reasons why our temperatures have been so cool. But that high is already sliding around to the east, and so our winds are shifting from the east and southeast, and that will begin this trend of the warmer temperatures, at least in the afternoon, that we'll see here over the next 7 days. So here is that 7-day forecast. 70 today, 72 on Saturday, and 77 on Sunday. So it's back to nearly 80 degrees on Sunday. You may notice a few high clouds on Saturday. Otherwise, it will still be a day where you'll see plenty of sunshine. 78 on Monday. By Wednesday, we're up to 80 degrees. So Wednesday, we have another cool front that's moving through. This cold front won't be quite as strong. So as you can see, the high will drop from 80 to 78. That's really not that big of a difference. And it's going to stay dry. This front won't bring us any rain. It may bring us some clouds again on Wednesday. But as I mentioned before, there's no rain in this 7-day. Lots of sunshine, warming temperatures, still chilly in the mornings. We'll go from the 40s over the weekend to the 50s for lows by the beginning of next week, but you'll still need that jacket as you get out the door each and every day. But by the afternoon, you can certainly lose the jacket because it'll feel nice and warm. No rain over the next 7 days. In fact, we're having a hard time finding any rain over the next several weeks, but we'll continue to keep you up to date on this forecast. As we continue through October, we'll have an update for you on Atlanta News First at noon and always in the First Alert weather app. Until next time, have a great Friday, have a great weekend, and we'll see you soon.